Welcome back to part 2 of the 8 must-do adventures while in Iceland. Previously, we saw the black sand beaches in the south of Iceland. We saw some amazing waterfalls, the Skýr Yogurt Museum in Selfoss, and the Northern Lights. Here's a recap of the last 5 items we explored, and in this episode, we're gonna explore the next 3. And to get started, we hopped in the car, then we turned the heat up because someone said it was freezing. We put in the GPS coordinates for next location and we started driving. Along the way, we saw this beautiful landscape, which was just mesmerizing. So I had to pull over and show it to you. All right. More snow, more views, and this beautiful sunrise to greet us in the morning. So we are on our way to the Geysir and Gullfoss, a waterfall and one of the thermal activity areas. But before we go there, these are the voluntary or involuntary stops, should I say. We just can't avoid it to check it out because the roads over here are very, very beautiful, but at the same time, there's absolutely nothing to stop and visit off the road. It's just this view spots, which is really cool. Beautiful mountains in the background and so on. But if you can see the road further down there, there's this narrow 1 lane each way, and this goes for ages. We've been driving like this for the last 30 kilometers. And our stop is about 67 kilometers away, so we're almost there. But we're gonna stop over and just check out some of the scenery locations before getting there. So yes, we started early this morning, 9 o'clock, and we are an hour away from arrival. Catch you on location. Just a quick check to see if Nicola is still awake, the co-pilot in the back seat, and yep, that's a go. Along the way, we had to make another stop. Check this out. Less snow and more vegetation became visible, and this only meant one thing: more farmlands. And on farmlands over here, you get to see some Icelandic horses, and on this occasion, we didn't ride them, but I did get to interact with my funny animal voice. I know. Going. Look at you. So pretty. What's your name? Hey, buddy. Yeah. So pretty. Yeah. Icelandic horses, really beautiful. Can I go see your friends? Hey, buddy. How you doing? Yeah. So we're out in the field, and this is my new buddy. Check him out. And then we'll take him back to the animal. He's just scratching himself. Okay. Ciao. Next official stop on our list is the Geysir Center, where you can actually use the Parker app to actually park the car and go visit the place for free. We arrived around 11 o'clock and it was not too busy. While you're here, I recommend bring extra clothing. Alright, before we go inside, we're going to have a nice cup of cappuccino. And what are you having, Nicola? Hot chocolate. And Nicola, by the way, I have to warn you, the place smells like rotten eggs. What are we going to go into? There's a smell of sulfur. Are you ready for that? You're not? Well, we don't have much of a choice, so cheers. So, the location over here is a beautiful cafe. And we're just chilling over here. Nicola's going to find another bathroom, and next to it is the tourist shop where you can get salt, jams, plastic accessories, pretty much everything to look as Icelandic as possible. Here we go. We have those classic trolls just like they have in Norway, Sweden and Denmark. Part of the Nordic culture. Except for the bird. This is quite unique to the region. So yeah, lots of cool accessories to buy over here. Including the paraffin bird. To carry on. Bags and so on. And this area is called Geysir. That's what I was trying to pronounce earlier. And I might see myself in one of these nice, cool wool sweaters. Tell me what you think in the comments. Is this the way to rock the Arctics? And if that is too underwhelming, we've got the sexy red right over here. And these other hat pieces, neck pieces, whatever they are, with a little bit of pink in there as well. And then we can mix it up further. So tell me in the comments which one I should buy, and I will parade it and bring sexy back to Iceland with these. Alright, that is my small window shopping, shall we say. I'm not going to buy anything right now. I want to go and explore the actual Geysir volcanic area, whatever I'm going to. I'll put in the comments what exactly I'm watching. We're just here. We're going to get as much done as possible before more tourists arrive. It is quite busy in terms of the number of tourist buses here. We kind of anticipated that leaving at 9 o'clock, but arriving here at 11, it is already quite busy. So let me just switch over to the other side and we'll see how that looks like. The Geysir Center. Inside you'll find the food court, souvenirs and clothing stores. And right now we are making our way to the entry point. There's also a restaurant here, but that opens at 12 o'clock, which is a little bit weird, but it is what it is. A lot of the stuff actually is quite late over here. We are well suited up, so wool, fleece, and a big jacket, and 2 layers of pants as well. Nicola, are you in quite a lot of clothes? Yep, enough. And as we enter this area, the smell of sulfur, which is rotten eggs, is going to hit us hard. Are you ready, Nicola? No? Okay. Here we go. Luckily, the wind is going quite strong, so so far so good. And apparently every 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes, some of these start blowing into the air. We've got ice right over here and hot water right next to it. That is the uniqueness of Iceland. As we go deeper into this park, which I haven't seen quite the scale of it on Google Map or anything printed, so let's find out how this is. So that one just shot out. Pretty darn good. As you can see, you need spikes on your shoes, otherwise you shouldn't go out here. It's slippery. And getting slippery and wet with the ice cold. Where am I going with the dialogue? Anyway, yes, use spikes. So what happens here is we wait. The last eruption was about 3-4 minutes ago. Prior to that was 7 minutes. So this shoots off every 7 to 15 minutes.
个那个巨大。
This is ready to make some soup. Look at that. Sizzling. Wee. Nicola, you alright?
No.
Is it freezing? Okay, we're going this way. Come on. Mango somewhere around here. So we're going to the next place, and it is -7, but the wind chills feels about -12. Not fun. Frozen. Oh, Nikki! Oh, that smell is intense. Visibility, steamy. But yeah, this park is quite large. As you can see, the mountain in the back. There's people on the top, but the wind chill is way too intense to go for a walk. So he's gonna skip that. We've seen what we came to see, and we're gonna move on to the waterfalls now. So this is just on the way out. Keep walking, baby. Do you want me to sing the £1 song now? If I start singing, what you gonna do? You're gonna run away. £1 fish. Okay. She doesn't want me to sing the song, otherwise she'll run away. Fair enough. But the paths over here are quite safe, not slippery, and we're just finding a way out of here. Nicola, ready to go? So there's a hole, there's water underneath, very low levels, but you can see the steam freezes over around the circumference and surroundings. And beyond this is the big mountain in the back. Alright, so we're just exiting the actual park now, and forgot to mention, besides paying for the parking here, entry to the actual park is free, and you can wander about for as long as they're open. The opening times, we'll figure that out shortly once I see some signs, because finding a map of the place and opening closing times is not that easy. I thought it'll be just listed somewhere, but anyway, I'll find out and put it in the show description. But for now, I need to go grab some food. Starving, and it is freezing outside. Alright, so this is the map of the place. There's a QR code which you can scan to get the rest of the information. The project is still ongoing and is going to be completed in September 2026. For now, let's go grab some lunch.
Okay.
Looking good.
Oh, I don't know what you can do.
Money looks like.
The 500.
After a delicious Icelandic lunch, we got back in the car and headed 30 minutes east to the Gullfoss waterfall. We arrived here around 1 o'clock, and as you can see, there's quite a lot of tour buses and lots of tourists now showing up to Gullfoss waterfall, which is very popular on the Golden Circle route. Inside is a cafe, souvenir store, and bathroom, so use it to warm up before you head back outside. Alright, this is Gullfoss. This is the background. We are walking all the way down to the lower deck viewing platform, which is just that way. Alright, so it is still freezing. -8 with a wind chill, feeling like -12. We're just gonna get close to the waterfall, and hopefully there's not too much water spraying and mist, because I am not prepared for that. Let's get closer, and I will turn this back on. This is it, Gullfoss, and check out that. Look at the lower end waterfalls. Top end. Wow. You can feel the wind and the breeze. That is my face freezing. So I'm gonna quiet it down. Spectacular. Here's Nicola. She can't feel anything. Nicola, are you okay? No? All right. All right, we'll just go to the upper decks and go home. So that side, and we're going to get closer to that. Yeah. She's a beauty, but she's freezing. Ice cold. This is it. Gullfoss. Tick, signed, sealed, and delivered. Beautiful. Let's get closer. There we go. This is the shallow part, and on the other side is the... I don't know who this person is. She's been following me for the last 2 days. Let me just take you to the heavy part of the fall. So apparently a lot of this is frozen. It's usually quite an amazing fall during summertime, but this is spectacular nonetheless. That is the main area here where Big Fall is. Anyway, signing out from here. It is freezing. Let's get to the next location. The next adventure involves getting back to Reykjavik and jumping on a boat. This segment of the trip you can actually do without a car. The whale safari departs from the north of Reykjavik at the city ports. Let's just zoom in. I can show you exactly where this is, and the place is called Special Tours, and I'll leave a link in the description. Zero affiliation, just showing who I used. Anyway, parked our car near the church and we walked into the city. So that right there is one of the Coast Guard ships. Actually have those here. And behind it is, I believe, one of the concert halls. We are about to get started on this whale watching tour. Just that I'll show you the surrounding wharf. People still boarding. We are 55 people on board. And let me just show you the upstairs as well. So all children under 12 years old, they have to actually wear life jackets. So we're just going to go upstairs and check it out. One of the things is, when you are on this tour, is do not sit upstairs because it's going to get chilly. As you can see, it is quite crowded up here. So probably stick to my plan of sitting downstairs till we get to location, and then we'll take it from there. All right, let's see you when the whales arrive. Peace.
Hi.
Cool outfit. Alright, so far we have not seen any whales, mainly some birds diving into the water. While I was being assisted outside, having my bag around me, nearly lost this mic into the ocean. So that is not a good start, but yeah. No sightings so far. We are 50 minutes in, so you just got to be patient, and hopefully the humpback whales that we are looking for show up. I have swam with whale sharks in Mexico and with orcas in New Zealand. However, a life lesson I can share over here is expectations can create disappointment, so it's better to just go with the flow and be optimistic for a favorable outcome. The whales we cannot control. We can just put ourselves out in the ocean and wait for those universal blessings that they will show up. That is the mindset I had while going on this trip. Fingers crossed it is an epic experience, provided the actual whales show up. There's no guarantee. This was the first sighting. It is very minimal action, and the reason for that is we are keeping a considerable safe distance away from them. And the reason for this is we have quite a few whale safari boats, and we do not want to stress the animals. Going out in a smaller vessel usually means you can get much closer to the whales. I do wish we had the opportunity to get much closer on this trip, but it is what it is. We have to respect the safety boundaries that's set for the animals. Alright, so that was 2 or 3 humpback whales around here. A bit anticlimactic. Let me just switch the camera around. The whale safari boat slows down and we stay within the vicinity of the animals and keep watching them from a considerable safe distance. We just hung around in the boat, waiting and hoping that the whales would get closer and closer to the boat as we came to a stop. The anticipation was building, and in a moment you'll see what exactly happened. We can hear them better, we can see them a lot clearer. As always, grateful for the opportunity, and this is the closest we got to the animals on this whale safari on the day, but it was a lovely experience to see these whales in motion in the ocean. And that is a wrap from the whale safari. It was a success as we got to see about 3 or 4 whales on this trip, and we got fairly close, which is always appreciated. Since the whale safari cost more than just parking, I have left a review with the cost of the actual expedition. Here is a summary of the 8 adventures we managed in 2.5 days. While the majority of them 1 to 7 required a car, number 8 you can actually do out of Reykjavik. Speaking of Reykjavik, join the next episode where we look at the activities you can do from Reykjavik. Take care of yourself.